Halloween cat container is probably my favorite Halloween craft. Let me show you how to make it. For this project, you'll need air dry clay, a glass tumbler, black and green acrylic paint, Mod Podge, 2 flattened glass marbles, a silver pen or paint marker, paintbrushes, fingernail clippers, and wire. We're going to start by making the eyes of the cat. So on the back of each of the flattened glass or plastic marble, paint a thin line for the center of the cat's eye. You might have to do 2 or 3 coats of paint so that it's opaque. Once the black is dry, then you can paint green on the sides. It doesn't matter if you overlap onto the black a little bit because it won't show. You're going to be seeing the opposite side of the eyes. Again, you might need 2 or 3 coats. Let the paint dry completely while you're doing the next steps. Completely cover the glass tumbler with the air dry clay. You want a thin layer, but make sure that you cover it enough so that there won't be any bare spots. It's not going to be perfectly smooth. It's going to be a little bit lumpy, but that's okay because it's supposed to look that way. At the very top of the glass, you want to cover the top rim, but don't go down into the glass. Once you've got the tumbler completely covered, get some water on your hands and just smooth it out. You don't have to get rid of all the lumps and bumps, but just smooth the major imperfections. Now you're going to form the ears of the cat, so do that with a small piece of the clay. Wet it down a little bit if it's dry and make sure it's securely adhered to the side of your tumbler. And then do the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to make the nose of the cat. Just make a small ball of clay and then shape it into a slightly triangular shape. Now cut whiskers from the wire. Make each one 1 inch to 1.5 inches long, and you want to cut 6, 3 for each side. Stick the wire in behind the nose and make sure you got it securely in place. Stick the eyes into the damp clay and press them in securely. Leave your container to dry. This might take 1 or 2 days. Once the clay is completely dry, you can paint the cat black. I've already gotten around the face areas, the whiskers and the eyes with a smaller brush, and now you can just use a larger brush to get the bigger areas. You might want to do 2 coats of paint just to be thorough. Now you can draw on a mouth with either a metallic permanent marker or a paint pen would work really well. As a last step, give your container a coat of Mod Podge or varnish. Once the Mod Podge or varnish is completely dry, you can fill your cat container. I like to do pixie sticks or suckers as treat for the kids, or use this around the house with some dried flowers or holiday tissue flowers. Be sure and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss an episode. I have lots of ideas for holiday and other crafts.